welcome to the Arctic, or as we like to call it, North Florida.
Yes. Today we're doing a special video. It's the allotment challenge, and 2 other channels tagged us in this challenge. It is Mrs. Doyles Garden.
And the other one is Super Extreme Living.
So what I'm going to do is there's 10 questions we have to answer, and I'm going to read the questions. My husband's going to answer. I might help.
She'll help.
Anyway,
She's very helpful.
okay, the first question is, how long have you had your plot?
We've had it for 15 years.
But we actually haven't been gardening the whole time.
We've only been gardening for probably 5 years. Before that, I grew some tomatoes in pots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But actual putting together a garden, it's about 5 years.
Yeah. How long did you have to wait for your allotment?
It took us 10 years to find our property that we have now. We looked at a lot of different places.
Yes, we sure did. But once we
saw this place, we knew it was ours.
Yeah, you just knew.
It's kind of like my wife. I just knew.
Yeah. Where did you learn about gardening?
I learned about gardening on YouTube, from my wife, and I read a couple of books.
Because my dad grew up on a farm, a tobacco farm, and they actually grew all the food that they ate. They didn't really buy anything from the store. My mom, they also grew their own food. And my mom had a really super green thumb.
My mom did not. She had a brown thumb. She could kill plastic plants.
And she did.
Yes, she did.
Do you plant a winter garden?
Yes, here in North Florida we can pretty much grow year round. If you happen to have a greenhouse, you can grow just about anything year round. But
and
right now we'll show you some pictures of our winter garden.
actually, you can see our collards in the background right there behind my husband. This garden bed has been literally taken over by Florida betony, mint, and basil. And of course, we've got our pepper plants growing in the midst of all of this stuff going on here. Right here we have a bell pepper, macaroni peppers here, getting ready to pick. Gypsy pepper, still growing. More gypsy peppers. Oh, this is a sweet pepper, sweet banana pepper, sorry. And it's turning red. We're going to try to leave it on, let it turn red. Before we had to pick them because, we had the hornworms were coming in and eating our peppers. Underneath this collard, we have garlic. This is something new we grew this year, kohlrabi. And this is pretty much ready to be picked. Actually, it's been out here too long. And there's another kohlrabi. As you know, we lost our collards that we had for 2 years. These are the new collards that we grew this year, and they are just looking as beautiful as the other ones. These are actually we're a little behind. You can see some brown ones in there. We haven't been able to pick any leaves off, sorry. Onions right here. What are these? These are radishes?
Yeah, those are
radishes. Some more radishes. You can see them down there getting ready to be picked. These are the red onions right here. These are our okras. These are the garlic. And let me tell you, these things stink. These are our limeclots. Got a lot of limeclots on here. Need to be picked soon. Here's some strawberries that are coming in on our California strawberry plant. Pepper still growing strong. Still got peppers coming in on it. More blooms. The next question is, What has been your biggest success this year or ever?
Our biggest success this year
Or ever?
or ever has been our collards.
Yes. Well, we have really 3 things that we had success with. Well, really, the first success was cucumbers.
Yes,
We had a boatload of cucumbers the
Yes.
first year we planted them.
They accidentally germinated in a bottle I was keeping, and
The
we
seeds
just
in, yeah.
threw them in the ground, and they just went wild.
That was our biggest success, was cucumbers, collards, and you can say we do pretty good with peppers too.
Yes.
What has been your biggest gardening disaster?
Cucumbers. Ever since.
Yes.
We haven't been able to get them. Either the pickle worms get them, or
It's mostly pickle worms.
just mainly.
Put a picture of the pickle worm in this video. Yep.
Here in North Florida, we have a lot of bugs.
Yeah, and they say if you're able to grow cucumbers, you're very lucky
Yes.
where we live, because, and I think that's why we were lucky the first year. The seeds germinated at the right time when the pickle worms weren't laying their eggs, and by the time they started laying eggs, our cucumbers had already produced.
Yeah, they pretty much spin out there.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we
we
didn't
got 'em.
have any worms in our pickles.
Yeah, the first year.
Do you have a tried and true crop or variety that you always grow?
That would be collards.
Yes, collards, definitely. And I guess peppers. And
Well, we've tried. We
peppers
do
and,
different types of peppers every year.
but our
So-
collards is,
Our collards has been pretty much Georgia cabbage collards is what we've grown.
are you planning on trying anything new in next year? Well, this challenge was last year, so basically the question is, are you planning on trying anything new in 2016?
Yes. We always try different things. I'm hoping to try horn melons, I think they're called.
Warm melons, plus we want to get our arches put up so we can start
We're hoping our passion fruit will be
our passion fruit
have it
and
planted this year, and
stuff.
we always
growing.
try to buy at least 4 to 5 trees a year. So we want this whole acre to be basically fruit trees eventually.
Okay, and then the next question is, how do you preserve your crops?
We pickle them, we dehydrate them,
Freeze
and we
them?
freeze them. But we don't really do a lot of preserving because we grow all the time. We just basically from the garden to the
Table.
table.
Unless we have a bumper crop like we did with the
Right, unless we've got to pick a whole lot of them, and
Yeah.
then we'll, like with the betony, we pickled the betony, and
Yeah.
we pickled, when we got all those cucumbers, we pickled a lot of the cucumbers.
But as we grow more crops, I'm sure we're going to grow more things that you're going to have to pick and we're going to have to preserve. So it's probably going to be canning mostly.
Canning and
Yeah.
dehydrating.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Dehydrating. What is
just-
your favorite meal to cook with veggies from your plot?
Collards. I love collards.
Yeah, collards, because he makes a rice dish he cooks rice in, he puts tomatoes in, and of course we got our peppers. He chops up some peppers and puts in there, and onions if we have some, and then puts the collards on top, and I'll put some pictures.
And
We,
we also started growing kohlrabi this year.
oh, that's right.
And my mother-in-law, we brought it to her. She didn't even know what it was, so she looked it up online and she threw the kohlrabi leaves into the collards.
And that
We
was
had-
good.
We had kohlrabi, turnip, and
Collards
all
all
mixed
together.
together. It was great. Oh, it was fantastic.
That's it. That's the last question.
Okay, and we want to tag
We're gonna.
In our video, we want to tag Safari Girl 22
and hi y'all. So Safari Girl 22 and hi y'all. Start making your video.
We're waiting. And as we say every week on our channel,
Happy
happy farming and
Bye.
goodbye.